So I'm at the Bronco event, and one of my favorite things to do at any of these events is look at whatever recovery gear is out. So I figured I'd make a video about it, and we can look at the different things as I walk down the lines. Interesting, so it doesn't scuff the color. Chafe guard wedged into the fair lead. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Great. Having a good time.
Good, 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 good. Wow. Really, really hidden winch down there. I can't even see it. Wow. I don't even know how you engage it or disengage it. Must be contortionist. Okay, so you can see it down there.
You can actually reach it through here.
And I can see the handle all the way down there, which it's very hot to reach to. And where do you reach it at?
On the side.
Okay, so you gotta reach inside there though.
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of winch do you have on there?
It's a Scar.
Okay, a Scar. Okay. Yeah, there's the handle. Yeah, it's up in there. Wow. And what brand of mount is that?
It's the Lobo Offroad.
Lobo?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. As I go through the rest of these, please don't take offense if any of these are your vehicle. I'm not picking them apart. All I'm doing is just taking notice to the differences in these vehicles and their setups. So there's many different winch bumpers, hooks, shackle mounts, things like that, especially out at events like this. So I just like to look at the differences, compare. You could see here where the shackle got buried in the sand when they went through the obstacle course. Lots of them have just random shackle mounts and toe points. Some of them are color coordinated, but there's a lot of diversity. Here's one with the mount, but no winch in it yet. More stock vehicles with just the stock toe points, which are great. At least they have stock toe points. Some bumper manufacturers do not make products that go along well with the recovery gear, like that sharp edge right there at the loop where your strap or winch line will get cut. Again, Bronco makes some very nice vehicles, some very nice toe points. Some of the spots have shackle attachments, some of them are just the loops. Here's another one of the hidden winch mounts from underneath, but this one's a little different because I don't see any way to get into the engagement disengagement lever or the clutch lever without going down through past the radiator. This one's closed off pretty well with those shackle mounts. So that's got to be very difficult to get to the winch. Here's another style with that same winch, and again, side block-off plates, so you can't get into the winch. You can't see the winch line as it's spooling in to make sure you're not side-loading it. You can't reach in very well for any of the other spots either. This one here, just nice front mount. I don't quite understand why they ran the wires that way, but that's okay. But standard front mount, that's common on a lot of these Broncos. This is a interesting shackle configuration. The shackle itself is what I was looking at. See how it's attached? But look at this other side. You have to have a special key to undo those. Then as we go down the line here, you'll see a bunch more stock vehicles, different bumper setups, some vintage Broncos, some original box Broncos, and here's a nice vintage one with the 8274 on it, but it's actually, after a close look, it's not an 8274. It's a Bellevue converted to an 8274, which basically they switched the motor and made it so it powered in and powered out. Now, typically to match the air, that would be a 3-pin connector. That's actually a 5-pin, so it's a newer solenoid box. And then I noticed that the winch cable is tucked up underneath like that, but out of the way. Rollers at least semi-spun. A lot of the older vehicles like that, the rollers won't spin at all. Some more oddball shackles with clips that hold the screw so it doesn't fall out. More factory type setups as I walk down this line. And we have a few more oddballs to show you here that I noticed, and one of them is a Jeep, and I got permission to look at it. This one here, you can tell it's got a bent fair lead, and only one of the rollers actually moved. All the other ones are seized up from it hitting an object. So you want to have good recovery gear that works. One of the things we do in our winch classes is talk about gear, so if we can help you in any way, feel free to reach out.